Americans have accepted and normalized things that people in other parts of the world would and do find barbaric. The topic of maternity leave came up while I was having a conversation with a Polish man, and the way he reacted to finding out that the US does not have maternity leave really speaks to how far behind this country is in comparison to many Western and developing countries. He was telling me that him and his girlfriend have a 6-month-old and she's been staying at home with the baby since it was born, which prompted me to ask how long maternity leave in Poland is. And so he explained to me that legally in Poland, women have to take 20 weeks off of work. And if they like to go back to work earlier than that, then the rest of the maternity leave would transfer to the father. And that his girlfriend decided to take extra weeks off and her employer allowed it and has retained her job for her. So of course, naturally, he asked me what the US's maternity leave policy is. And I told him there was none. That in fact, after my mom gave birth to my 9-pound brother via C-section, she had to go back to work a week later. When I tell you guys that this man's jaw dropped, he could not believe what I was telling him. He was like, what do you mean? Like, women are in such bad shape after they have birth. How is it possible that a woman can go back to work a week later after giving birth? What happens to her baby? And I told him, well, the baby goes to daycare. A week-old baby. And again, he could not believe what I was telling him. And then he kept on going after, what do you mean a baby needs its mother the first few months especially? How is it conceivable that a baby is spending 8 hours a day with a stranger? It should be home with its mother. And then I explained to him the concept of FMLA, which a woman can use in case her company doesn't offer maternity leave, but it's unpaid. A woman with a brand new baby taking time off of work to be with her baby, and that time off is not paid. Normalized in this country, by the way. Even when I was living in Hungary, which is one of the poorest countries in the EU, Hungarian maternity leave blows the US out of the water. One of my Estonian friends has 2 kids, and she got almost 2 years off of work paid to be with her babies. When I lived in Germany, the host families that I stayed with got stipends from the government to help them with their children, rich, poor, or otherwise. My friend who lives in Canada just had a baby, and she has maternity leave, and her boyfriend has paternity leave. So they're both taking a year off together to be with their baby. Brazil has more maternity leave than the United States. And once again, Americans are going around with their low standards thinking that this country is normal, that it's the greatest country in the world. But when people find out what's actually going on in this country, it's unfathomable for them because this country is not actually normal.